Stephen A. Smith just responded to LeBron
He shouldn't be too long, but I'm here, just in case.
about the confrontation they had last night on ESPN First take.
But S.A., there was a moment in the game that we want to address.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside.
Now, if y'all didn't see it last night, Stephen A. got caught lagging courtside in LA, Lakers versus Knicks. And basically, LeBron was like, "Oh, stop talking about Bronny." And Stephen A. was like, calmly, "You got it, Bron. Not gonna talk about Bronny anymore." But you guys know how Stephen A. is.
He be like, "Shut up." I be quiet, but when he leave, I be talking again.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, you keep procrastinating over and over. No, do it right now. Been all day on the phone anyhow. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Just like Smokey from Friday, Stephen A. was just hearing 10 a.m. Eastern time. As in, he's going to respond on ESPN First take. He loves this controversy. LeBron James getting into it with him courtside, all of that attention, that's all Stephen A. is looking for. So naturally, he responded today.
Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, "I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you," meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me. But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said, I wasn't talking about Bronny James because My attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him. I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad, because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James.
Now, y'all know Stephen A., he waits for this kind of moments. You got to know he's on General Hospital as break.
He shouldn't be too long, but I'm here, just in case.
Saying all types of that show. So, he loves the attention. Now, if we're going to be serious about this situation, right, Stephen A. does have a point, right? LeBron is the one that put Bronny in this situation. Now, we get it. Bron is a dad. He's going to try to protect his son. There's nothing wrong with that. But he put Bronny in this situation. Remember when he was saying Bronny is better than most bench players in the league, most of these cats in the league? Naturally, it put a target on Bronny's back. Nothing to do with him, right? Bronny's just out there hooping. But the more LeBron talks, the more, the media attention and everyone's talking about Bronny James. They were already going to talk about him anyways because of who his dad is. But when you put a target on his back like that, basically saying he's better than all of these bench players in the NBA, Stephen A. does have a point in that. He was basically going at LeBron, not Bronny. But, it comes with the territory. Whenever Stephen A. mentions Bronny, it kind of hurts LeBron. So we get it. He's a dad, but his son is a grown man. And the more he does things like this, the bigger the target is, and this is the kind of ammo the media looks for and all of this stuff. So LeBron was actually doing a good job of not even addressing this stuff, and just kind of just hooping and letting Bronny thing. But now that the media sees that, it annoys him when stuff like this happens, then, they're going to try to come after, Bronny. And every time he has a bad game or a bad streak or anything like that, they're going to try to highlight it, knowing that it's going to get to LeBron. Oh, I thought, Stephen A. Smith was actually measured in his response. I thought he was going to try to go that KD route where he was looking into the camera and threatening KD.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me. And I'm looking right into the camera, and I'm going to say it again. You do not want to make an enemy out of me. I'm not having it.
But I do expect a lot to come from this. LeBron did give, Stephen A. Smith content when he was looking for it. And now this is going to grow into a bigger beef.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, you keep procrastinating over and over. No, do it right now. Been all day on the phone anyhow. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.